I sold 47 properties last year. And in this video, I'm going to give you the exact formula that I tell my sellers when it's time to get their home sold. What's up, guys? Wilmont here with the Bear Group, broker by eXp Realty. I'm going to get right into this, guys. I'm not going to delay anymore. So, guys, I'm telling you, there are some things that you need to do when preparing to sell your house. And I believe that the selling is in the preparation. Okay. The selling is in the preparation of the home. And number one, I'm going to give you these 5 C's of getting your house prepared to be sold in today's market. Number one, clear the clutter. Clear the clutter, guys. You got to make sure your house is free from clutter. Those big boxes sitting in your living room, clothes sitting on the dresser or on a chair or whatever, toys all over the place, kids things that's crowding their beds and around the outside. I'm speaking from experience because my kids got all their stuff around the house. But when you're trying to sell your property, we have to clear the clutter. I can't tell you how many times I have taken a client to a home and they are distracted by the clutter and not the house. So I don't want a buyer actually distracted by the clutter. I want them to actually envisioning themselves in that particular home. But it's hard to do so if the house is full of clutter. So make sure your home is free or clear from the clutter. All right. Number two, curb appeal command. Curb appeal command. So let me explain something to you. I heard this pastor say this. He said, you don't clean the fish before you catch them. You catch them and then you clean the fish. In this scenario, I'm going to rephrase that a little bit. We need to catch the fish before we can eat the fish. What I'm saying is this. All right. I hope that went over well. All right. But what I'm saying is this, guys. Hey, you want to catch the attention of people that's driving past your house, catch the attention of people that's looking at your home on Zillow, Realtor.com, all these other housing platforms, because the curb appeal is one of the first things you see when it comes to marketing your property. All right, when a buyer is passing by a house, they want to be able to say, "Oh man, that's a nice house. That's pretty. I like that. It fits my criteria. It's brick. It's hardy plank. It has the right color I want on my home. Oh, I love the way that yard looks. Right? They got mulch put around the house to make it look good. They got the palm trees looking all nice. Got the bushes trimmed, um, really nice. So you want to make sure you have some curb appeal. Make sure your landscaping is where it needs to be. All of those things really will draw attention, catch the attention of people. Like I said, we have to catch the fish before we can eat the fish, right? So make sure you command the curb appeal when it comes to marketing your home. So that's the second C, command curb appeal. And the third C is correct any issues. This is a big one, guys. I'm gonna tell you why this is a big one. Because a lot of times, you might think that your home is a-okay, or it might be you probably take very good care of it. But I want to make sure that we actually get your home sold and closed, because sometimes the curb appeal will get the buyer, right? The declutter will get the buyer, but in order to keep the buyer, we have to make sure we correct the issues. So the issues that might come up from, let's say, a home inspection that you get done prior to listing your house, and there's some things going on with the house that probably lacked some maintenance. We all do it, guys. I understand. There's some things that you probably neglected and that need to be taken care of. Let's go ahead and take care of that before we actually put the house on the market. There's some chip and paint that might be on your fascia board or on some of the beams outside of your house that haven't been, taken care of. Let's just say, home might need to be pressure washed or anything of that nature. You want to make sure the maintenance issues are taken care of. If you notice any leaks in the house or notice some shingles popping off of your roof. You want to make sure you take care of those items prior to putting the house on the market, because it could be one of those issues that a buyer might not put in an offer on a house. I actually remember I had a client. They almost did not put an offer in on the property because that they saw a little shingle popping off or flipping up on the roof. And I told them, I said, hey, don't let that deter you from putting in an offer. Maybe that's something we can work out with the sellers to have them repaired. But that small thing was actually going to prevent my buyer from actually putting an offer on the property, because the seller did not correct the issue prior to putting the house on the market. All right. And then now we're at my last C, all right, which is clean to perfection. Clean to perfection. All right. So guys, let me tell you something. It's nothing like showing a property and it smells good, it's clean. I notice a lot of times my buyers, they stay longer in clean houses. It's just something about a clean house when I'm showing it that allows the buyer to feel good about the property. It shows that the seller does take pride in their home by having a clean house. You don't want to walk into a house and there's a bad smell or odor from something that has been left in the sink. I don't know, in the trash, the bathrooms in the kitchen. Those particular areas are highly scrutinized by buyers. They want to make sure those areas are very clean. Why? Because those are the places where you're going to eat at. Sometimes the kitchen, not your bathroom. All right, but your bathroom, that's a place where you're going to be using. So you want to make sure those places are very clean. You know, getting your carpets clean. If you have carpets, having, a deep cleaning done, countertops and underneath your cabinets, things of that nature, guys. It goes a long way, a good cleaning. I've seen I've seen houses that haven't been upgraded as much as some of my other properties I've shown, but they've sold quicker because they have been kept in pristine condition, very clean. And I know sometimes that could be a challenge, guys, especially if you have a family. And my wife gets on me sometimes when I don't make up my side of the bed or I leave something on the floor. But when it's time to sell that property, it might be a little bit uncomfortable if you're not the cleanest person, but it's imperative. It's one of the biggest things I notice for buyers when they're walking to a property and they feel comfortable because of how clean the property is. So I gave you those 5 C's, guys. Number one, clear the clutter. Get all the clutter out of the way. Number two, curb appeal command. Make sure that house commands the curb appeal. All right. Also, I actually gave y'all 4. My last one, capture the light. All right. Well, let me explain this one. Last one, guys. Um, Capture the light. All right. What I mean by that is, in property, sometimes house has natural light. You can just open up the windows. But if your property doesn't have natural light in that property, make sure the lighting is proper, because a house always shows better. I learned this when I first got into real estate. A house always shows better when the lighting is proper in the house. Okay, so when I know when I show homes, I always cut on all the lights. Right, I cut on every light that I can. Hopefully, all your light bulbs work in your house. Cut on all the lights. I open some blinds, let some of that natural light in, because it just makes the house pop when you walk into a nice, well lit home that has all the lights on, and also maybe the windows open for that natural light. So I forgot that last one, but make sure you capture the light, make sure you correct all the issues, and the last one is clean to perfection. I hope you enjoyed that video. If you found some value, I would encourage you, please subscribe, hit the like button, share it. I will be putting out more content like this on a consistent basis. And you can please reach me if you have any more questions pertaining to real estate. I would love to help you reach your real estate goals. I will post my contact information down below. I look forward to hearing from you. Be blessed.